the last heat of the day. Senior Rotax, heat number 3. Let's have a look at the grid then. Sam Baker lines up on pole position alongside him on the front row. It's Lucas Ellingham. Row 2, Ben Hearsey and Ollie Goodyear. Then it's Lewis Wild and Jack Cooper. Row 4 sees Nathan Guzzi and Jamie Rogers. Then George Donald and Zaki Hussain round out the top 10, followed by George Hunter and Romarion Ubi. Row 7, William Pemble and Chris Banderia there. Then it's Samuel Cook and Daniels Martinonis and Ethan Martin and Blake Noble. Rounding out the top 20 is Ollie Ward and Adriel Lungwa. Then Jack Spencer and Ben Page, Ross Tyler and Julian Rapeza. Row 13 sees James Thompson and Mark Sayers. Then Robert Harrison, Jack Collins, Luke Collins and Clive Ching. Rounding out the 31 drivers for this one, there definitely was another person. But we cut away before I could see it. It is Dylan Norris.
So, a big grid, isn't it, with the A versus C final heat of the day. So
it's ridiculous we can have split grids and still have a 31 kart grid.
It's magical, isn't it?
It's amazing. Fantastic.
It's exactly what we want to see, really, as commentators and as fans of motorsport and karting and everything like that. You really want to be having as big a grids as possible, and you can only imagine the A final, but the B final and the C final.
It's going to be quality.
Are all going to be pretty much full grids. So, yeah, that's really cool to see.
We've got 2 teammates, though, on the front row, both with JDR. So is there going to be any sort of team orders, or are they just going to fight?
No, don't be silly. No, they're just going to
they're just going to fight, I know.
There's no team championships, is there, in karting, so by all means, it's every driver for themselves.
Indeed, indeed. Right, Sam Baker on pole position for this one on the 31 plated kart. Lucas Ellingham alongside in second place on the 45 plated kart. You've watched the paddock show at lunchtime. You've seen your lovely interview with Lucas Ellingham. Let's see what he can do here in heat number 3. We're underway. Green flag conditions through the first couple of corners they go. Lucas Ellingham tried to go up the inside there, but a big slide for Sam Baker opens the door for Lucas Ellingham as they head up towards Christmas corner and check over the shoulder. Was that hand signal the hand signal I thought it was from Lucas Ellingham?
I didn't
we got a spin. Who's that round? The 61 in the background goes round. That's Jack Spencer from 18th place on the grid there, sadly.
Yeah, a bit of a shame at the rear end of the field, a little bit of contact, but I didn't see any kind of
That's
hand
the hand gesture I thought it was.
Okay, yeah, so you just showed me the hand signal. I'm glad we're not on camera. Maybe there's a little bit of contact.
So maybe just a bit of friendly banter.
Or maybe there was contact
maybe,
between the two, and maybe because they're teammates, there's a little bit of friction there. We like to stir the pot here. We're making soup here in the Alpha Live commentary box. But yeah, so Lucas Ellingham goes into the race lead. It's very rare that we see him go into the lead of a race and then give it away. Sam Baker is the driver tasked with that. Ollie Goodyear is 3rd place, and Jamie Rogers is into 4th as well. So he started in 5th or 6th position, I believe.
8th.
Well, he started all the way down in 8th place, actually. And so, yeah, really good start by Jamie Rogers up to 4th.
Another person that we see that enjoys to have a bit of a send, don't they?
He does,
as well as the torpedo we saw out in the last race. Jamie Rogers loves to send, especially into the boot. There he is, just coming through your camera shot now as we look back to the leaders. Still Lucas Ellingham leading this one, of course, to remind you. Lucas Ellingham leading the championship coming into round number 2. Sam Baker is close to him in the championship, but really needs to finish ahead of him to eke out those extra points. So Lucas Ellingham's just going to run off into the distance, and it's the Senior Rotax is going to come in the 2023 Lucas Ellingham show as X30 was in 2022.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a risk, isn't it? But there are, I'd say, no disrespect to the X30 grid last year, but there's a lot of really quick drivers here in the Senior Rotax.
Senior Rotax has always been packed, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, Ben Hearsey, he was very quick in the race earlier on, wasn't he? Putting in fastest laps, trading them pretty much constantly with Sam Baker. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this one develops over the course of the season. I'm hoping we keep as this many drivers that we have split grids, because although it makes the day slightly longer, it does pack it full of even higher quality racing, and hopefully this isn't just an early season sort of spike. We actually see this consistently through the year.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, we're going to see some drivers dipping out to go into other championships, like British Kart Championships and things like that. It's understandable. But
and
it's
other
brilliant.
commentators as well,
yes.
like your good self, John.
Yes, I am looking forward to getting involved with that this year, as oh dear, the 66 looks to be out of the race here. Hasn't come round over the start-finish lines. I'm going to have to scroll down here. It's Samuel Cook, sadly, hasn't made it round the boot. But yes, as you say, I think There's 4 rounds. Hopefully I'm going to be involved with the British Kart Champs this year, so I'm very excited for that. So I'll see some of the drivers there. But great to see so many involved with the Whilton Mill Kart Club, and hopefully we'll continue to see them, as you say, throughout the season as we come to the end of another lap. The boot very much under yellow flags. There's someone off. I don't actually know if they've left the circuit from the first corner or from Osiers now. I think from Osiers, but yellow flags down there as well as we head on to a new lap of the race. Here comes that WM plate of Jamie Rogers, though. Goes for it down the inside, moves up into 3rd place.
Does indeed, and there's plenty of chat on the YouTube live chat. Please do get involved and give your support to your favourite drivers. Thank you very much. We'll probably be catching up with all the comments just before the finals. But before that, there's obviously a bit of a battle and a scrap going on here between the WM plate of Jamie Rogers and the 173 of Ollie Goodyear. They have swapped positions compared to the timing screen on your left-hand side. So Jamie Rogers has moved up into 3rd position. And to be fair to Sam Baker, he's not been dropped by Lucas Ellingham.
No, he certainly hasn't, and he actually now sets the fastest lap of the race, although now that goes the way of George Donald by 100th of a second in 7th place now on the 71 plated kart. The top front of the order still so close here. We've got 1st down to, what is that, 10th place of Zaki Hussein, all basically in a long train here.
Yeah, it's not the Lucas Ellingham show, is it, really? He's part of a broader cast now, I would say, of superstars on the horizon for senior road taxis. And I have to say, George Donald, very impressive indeed. I think I've seen 2 or 3 fastest laps in concession from him with a 44.96. I mean, we're talking 100th of a second between them and the drivers a little bit further ahead of them for the fastest lap, but still very, very impressive.
Indeed, yeah, super impressive. Rogers trying to hold on to 3rd place, yeah, as you point out. Ben Hearsey, I think it was, trying to get through. Not quite able to do so, has to sit behind once again. No, it's actually Ollie Goodyear, my apologies, who was trying to get through as Jamie Rogers dropping down your timing order. I can tell you that is wrong. That is a timing issue. He's definitely still there in 3rd place. Behind him is Ollie Goodyear, then Ben Hearsey, and then Lewis Wild squeezing through, trying to get a move done. Was that back through on George Donald? Was that George Donald getting through himself? No, Lewis Wild getting past Ben Hearsey, it was, for 4th place, which actually would be 5th place, because obviously we're missing Jamie Rogers at the moment.
Yeah, it always makes it a little bit more confusing, doesn't it? Especially when they keep changing positions every other corner as well. I mean, it's impossible to keep an eye out on, but there you go, there is Ellingham and Sam Baker. This fight for 3rd place somewhat slowed them down, isn't it? There was a sort of a train building.
They were right behind the top 2.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's a bit of a bigger gap. There is confirmation on the left-hand side of your screen that Jamie Rogers has been put back into 3rd place. So don't fear, you Jamie Rogers fans out there. He is still up there in the podium position.
Indeed. To remind you as well, he's got a WM plate for winning round number 11 in 2022 of the Whilton Mill Kart Club. So anyone that you see with a WM plate, that is the reason for it. I think Jamie Rogers is the only one I've actually seen using it today.
He is, yeah, which is a bit of a shame, really, because there was lots of drivers who actually took part and won it. I mean, we were there, John, at,
it was brilliant.
In November. It was an awesome meeting. But I think one of the biggest reasons is a yellow flag.
Yeah, driver off at the first corner.
Driver getting out there. We'll see if we can catch the number of that in a second. But I'm guessing one of the reasons why we haven't seen as many drivers actually using the WM plate is because they won them in different classes. And they've either moved up to a different age category or completely changed engines, like Lucas Ellingham went from X30 to senior road taxis, and a lot of people have done that, and therefore it's ineligible because they haven't won it.
You make a very good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, because they haven't won it in that category.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, this is about for 2nd.
45.
Oh, no,
that
was about marker. Yep, sorry, getting too excited.
I was thinking, I was like, where's this novice turned up from? But,
sorry, that was Clive Ching, I think they were getting past on the 87 plate. As our leaders continue, I think the driver off at the first corner might be Ollie Ward on the 36 plated kart, sadly. Didn't come round last lap.
As I say, I am impressed with Sam Baker. His kart looks very composed.
I tell a lie, it was Ben Page, number 91, who's off at the first corner.
That's a shame, isn't it? But yeah, I think the 87 is jumping out of the way. Clive Ching is doing a good job of being the back.
Doing the smart thing. Yeah, doing the very smart thing.
It is I wouldn't say a skill necessarily, but it is a very good thing for a driver to be able to
move to the lead.
Oh, that is a move to the lead, isn't it? The 31 going through Sam Baker, Lucas Ellingham caught napping almost there. They sort of look and there's a nod of understanding, but I'm not entirely sure Lucas Ellingham's going to play ball here. He said he got, well, this will be the penultimate lap that they're about to start.
It will indeed, yeah, not very much time on the clock at all. Jamie Rogers getting a bit wide there out of the last corner. He needed really for that to be a good exit. As we continue on to the penultimate lap of the race, is there going to be a re-overtake here from Lucas Ellingham? Yes, there is. Down the inside he goes at Christmas corner. Retakes first position. A little bit of contact between the rear pod and the front pod of the two karts, but nothing caused from it. However, I do think it's closed that gap back to Jamie Rogers.
Has indeed, and by about 4/10 of a second actually between Jamie Rogers and Lucas Ellingham on the previous lap. I'm slightly surprised Sam Baker left the door open at Christmas there by so much, because all of a sudden it wasn't going to always be fairly obvious where Lucas Ellingham was going to stick his kart, even if they pretended to work together or they thought that might be an option. You leave that much of a gap open, and there's only going to be one thing that actually happens.
Exactly, exactly. Also, Lewis Wild on that last lap managed to get past Ollie Goodyear for 4th place in the background, as they're all still battling in the background. I think that's Ollie Goodyear trying to hold on to 5th, is it? Yes, it is, from Ben Hearsey.
Yeah, so the top 5 battle heating up just as much as the front 2, but I think Lucas Ellingham has got about a couple of tenth gap. Is that going to be enough? Or is Sam Baker going to have a run like he did a lap ago, or 2 laps ago, I should say, actually? Ellingham, he is slightly defensive, isn't he? Yeah, no, there we go, looking over the shoulder. He sees that there's an opportunity to take the normal racing line through the boot. Sam Baker pushing too much speed through it, and it's going to be gifted. Well, not gifted at all, actually. That's completely unfair. But Lucas Ellingham takes the checkered flag, takes the victory here at the final heat of the day, and especially in the senior road taxes. Sam Baker takes home 2nd place, and Jamie Rogers rounds out the top 3.
Indeed, what a brilliant race. Oh dear, there's been some contact right at the checkered flag there. The 84 of Chris Banderi dropping down the order. I think only dropping down from, oh no, he's continuing to go down. Yeah, I think it was 14th to 17th actually. Then another driver behind dropped a couple of positions. So a bit of a kerfuffle as we got to the checkered flag there, but a great race overall.
Yeah, there was another driver who was crossing the line with sort of hands outstretched in a frustration almost. So maybe they were coming together with him. So. I didn't actually catch who the driver was, unfortunately, but. Yeah, all round out your top 10. Lucas Ellingham and Sam Baker, and Jamie Rogers are your top 3. Lewis Wild is in 4th place. Ollie Goodyear was in 5th in the end, with 6th being Ben Hearsey. 7th, George Donald, and 8th being George Hunter. 9th, Jack Cooper, and in 10th place was Zaki Hussein.